everyone. Welcome to CSA Talks. Today we are hosting dear Professor Kjell Nordström. He's an economist, author, writer, speaker, and I think a futurist. Welcome here today. How are you?
I'm very fine. Thank you very much. Good to be with you.
Yeah, good to see you here today. Actually, I watched your videos. I'm really impressed. I would like to ask you, today, the scientist says that by 2040, 90% of populations will move to cities. And you also mentioned it in your speeches previously. But with today's situation, people are working remotely and many white collars tend to be moved to, villages, countryside, seaside, because they're really fed up with the rush lifestyle of cities and traffic and everything. Do you think it is something temporary? Is it something fashion? Will they return back to cities or will it be permanent?
Thank you. It's really a great question. Now, 100 years ago, when we had the Spanish flu on tour in the world, we had only 2 cities on this planet with more than 1 million people. Can you imagine? 100 years ago, only 2 cities on this planet with more than 1 million people. It was London and Beijing. And 90% of the world population was living outside cities 100 years ago. Today, the situation is a little bit different. We have almost 500 cities with more than 1 million people. And some of them are like Istanbul, mega cities with 15 million people, 26 million people, Tokyo, 37 million people. 37 is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
So almost 500 cities today in the world with more than 1 million people. And according to United Nations, we now have about 63% of the world population in cities. Mm-hmm. The pandemic, the COVID pandemic, has of course changed this a little bit, but no, I don't think that the virus will kill the cities, but they will change the cities. So me and my colleague, we talk about the donut city, the American, yes, the donut city. And the donut city is basically a city where there is a hole in the middle. Because what we can see now in London, in Paris, and I think increasingly once we get the numbers from Moscow and Chicago and other cities, how there is a decline in the middle, in the interest of being in the middle of the city. Mm-hmm. Because it's, as you say, it's noisy, polluted, traffic problems, it's costly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So with the help of technology now, people move out to the neighborhoods of London, not out of London, but 1 hour away from London. And that's why I say it becomes like a donut, if you see what I mean.
It's a very good explanation, and actually I live in 5th zone of London, and I understand you very well. And the prices of houses are increasing, year by year in the outliner of London, and it is a very good explanation of the situation, I think.
The donut city.
yeah, good. Very good explanation. Well, the pandemic has been changing everything. The world became the ocean of compass-free ships. Mm-hmm. Where do you think this VUCA world is evolving?
I think we can see today a couple of things. That one is fun, the other one is more serious. The fun part first. We, you, me, the other human beings, we are big, lazy apes. We are a type of ape, but we're also lazy. We should be lazy because nature and evolution has made us lazy.
And Freud.
And we don't like to change. But if we are under pressure, we will change. Now the pressure came. 2020, in March, the pressure came. It was a virus. It has forced us to change education, conferences, board meetings, almost everything. Even the way we have fun, we have changed. You know, we have Zoom cocktails and stuff like that. So, but if the virus had not come, we would not have changed. But now it came and we changed.
Yeah.
What we can conclude from that, and this is the serious part, is that 1 year, maybe 6 months from now, the pandemic start to fade away in our respective countries and cities. Guess what? We will not then go back to life before because we are lazy again, because now we have new routines. We have a new way of working. We have another way of doing a board meeting. And this means that many of the things that we see now developing around us, they are here to stay. They are here to live with us, which means many of us will now forever spend 1, 2, in some cases even 3 days a week at home, working from a distance.
Yeah.
So we won't go back to our offices and everything will be like normal in 1 year. No normal.
Yeah, you said everything will be digitalized in the world. And I think this is the result of this journey.
Yes. You know, in a way, it's easy. I used to say to my students, it's easy to remember anything that can be digitized will be digitized. Anything. And I really, really mean anything. And I think most people today would agree that's the direction we're going in.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It is a kind of scary, but this is the fact we have to live with.
Yes, we have to live with it. And I think there are so many good news in this that we sometimes forget. Take climate, for example, because what these machines, this is an iPhone, enables us to do is to grow the economy without growing the use of resources on this planet. This iPhone has made me, and you probably, give up at least 10, 15, or maybe 20 other small machines that we had before. Do you remember?
Exactly.
We had fax machines, we had electronic diaries, we had
machines.
we had so many, and now this small little resource efficient machine do the job of 20 other machines, because digitization enables us to grow the economy, grow our companies and the welfare in our countries without growing the use of resources, actually declining the use of resources. That's unique in history.
Yeah. I'm really impressed with your explanation. And, you know, when I watched your videos, and I thought myself that I have to talk with him.
Thank you for saying so.
I feel honored. Thank you so much. And today is, I think, very important day for you, because your last book, Corona Express, has been launched in English as of today. And it is about the urbanizations, changing cities, and women. You know, women are equipping themselves. And, you know, a phrase I like, if women change, everything changes. Yes. Now they became the agent of this change. Would you please tell about your books, you know, some highlights, you know, to your audience?
Yes, thank you. We called it, Matrix. Many people have seen the film Matrix. So they know that in a matrix, or in that film, there are forces at work that drive our lives. You cannot take any free decisions because these forces are so strong. I have, and my colleague have, argued that climate change, urbanization, digitization, together with modern capitalism, creates like a matrix that forces us to do certain things. And the cities seems to be the winner, definitely. Mm-hmm. And in the cities, it's the women that are in the forefront of the development. Might we talk about politics or business or economics? And you can see it at the universities in our respective countries, how the percentage of women has been going up over the last 20, 25 years. In some countries, we are now at 70, 75% female students. And this is an indication, of course, what will happen in 5 years, 10 years when these women graduate and they become lawyers, managers, doctors, members of parliament. I have a funny friend of mine. He's a philosopher, and he says, you don't need any future research. You don't need any market research. Just look at what young women are doing in cities. They are the future. They behave like the future already today. So it's a group of people that are setting the trend for the future.
Wow.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I feel responsibility now after your speech.
To be the leader.
Yeah, what can I do for the future? It's great. And there is one last question I ask everyone. You know, it is something very classic now. And with today's experience and know-how, if you could go back 10 years, what would you do differently?
In my own life or with the world?
In your own life, personal.
I would have spent a little bit more time in understanding Africa, because I spent a lot of time on understanding Asia, a lot of time on understanding the US, Europe, of course, but Africa is a sleeping giant, and we will all of us have to learn more about Africa in the years to come. I would have spent more time on Africa, all the 50, 60 countries of Africa.
Wow. You know, this answer is very icebreaker. I wasn't expecting to hear something like that. Yeah, you're totally right. It is a sleeping giant. I totally agree with you. And maybe it is going to be a hint for the people who are doing business in Africa or thinking make investment there, to understand their culture, you know, their way of thinking and doing business.
And it's 1 billion people soon too. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah, you're totally right. Thank you so much. And I hope people who are going to buy and read your new book, Corona Express, will benefit from your ideas and the, you know, maybe, you know, your research there. Hope to see you face to face in person one day. If you come to London, I would like to spend more time with you. Me too. And please don't forget to send the address, so I see to that you get a couple of copies of the new book. Great, I will. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Thanks. Cheers. Bye. Cheers.